People might find it absolutely absurd that I sell this t-shirt on my website for around about £75, which is a lot of money. But in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly why I am able to sell my t-shirt at £75 and the reason why people are more than happy to pay that price. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Teddy G, and on this channel, I like to share what it's truly like to run a clothing brand, as well as dropping tips, tricks, gems, and all of that good stuff. And for those of you that don't know me, I actually run a clothing brand called Shopify, and I would say it is a premium brand with premium prices. I mean, like I just mentioned, I sell a t-shirt for £75, or I have done in the past, and I sell other bits and bobs at quite high prices. And you might be sitting there wondering why I do that and how I actually manage to get customers to pay that kind of price. And it's all about perceived value and the different things I did to increase the perceived value of my clothing brand. So let's actually start off with the garment itself. I am not just selling cheap tat for those premium prices. I actually produce high quality pieces with good quality fabrics. I mean, you must have seen the discourse surrounding the Maybe brand, and that is literally due to some of the fabrics that they have chosen and then the price tag that they have attached to some of those fabrics that they've chosen in their pieces. And this is something that I learned quite early on. I knew that if I wanted to sell my garments at a premium price, I had to use premium materials or even luxury materials, because I do actually use silk. So for example, my t-shirts are made out of 100% cotton, and this cotton is milled here in the UK, and the cotton is 300 GSM. I'm just ticking boxes of quality, guys. I am using a natural fiber. The fiber is being produced here in the UK, so I know exactly where my cotton is coming from, and I have chosen a weight that is high, holds structure, and is of good quality. Now, when it comes to my hoodies that I sell on my website, again, I am using 100% cotton. It's French terry cotton, so it's not a cotton that you're going to see in like your more cheaper fabrics. That cotton is sourced in Italy, so again, I know exactly where my cotton is coming from, and again, it's in a high GSM. It is 450 GSM, and these are the little points that then justify me charging the prices that I charge for my products. Moving on to my silk set, I use 100% mulberry silk twill for my silk sets. And if anybody knows anything about fabric, silk is one of those fabrics that is known for being a luxury fabric, and again, it is a natural fabric. It is not synthetic, and synthetic fabrics such as polyester, that's what is linked to fast fashion, and those are the sorts of fabrics I was trying to avoid. Now, when it comes to my tracksuit, I won't lie, because of the kind of texture of tracksuit that I wanted to go for, I did have to use a somewhat synthetic fiber, and it's called polyamide. So it's not quite polyester, but it's kind of in the same like family, but it is a high quality. Sometimes, you know, you can't avoid these things, but I did go for an alternative to just using polyester by using polyamide for my tracksuits. And adding on to my tracksuit design, I actually have custom zippers which have Shopify written on the zipper. So it's little things like that that add into the perceived value of my brand, because you can see that a lot of thought has gone into actually coming up with the final design of my product. Now, in terms of manufacturing, I know exactly where my garments are manufactured. The garments that I've had manufactured in this country, I have actually gone to the factory. I've seen the people working there. I have seen the other brands that they produce for. I have got a relationship with my manufacturers, and everything that I manufacture in Italy, again, I have met with my manufacturer on several occasions. We talk a lot. We've developed a relationship. I have a good relationship with my manufacturers, and I know exactly where my garments are coming from. I have dresses on my website for my Pamela collection, and those dresses were actually handmade by my manufacturer in their little studio. So these are the sort of things that I have in place in order to justify the prices prices that I sell my garments at. I feel like in this day and age, it's really important to know exactly where your garments are coming from and making sure that whatever factory is being used to develop your garments, the workers are being paid fairly, they have good working conditions. All of that is really important, and that again sort of justifies me being able to charge the prices that I charge, because again, I know that the people producing my garments are being paid properly, which means that the prices that I get charged to manufacture, they're not cheap. So I know that I'm paying for something good. Like if a manufacturer came back to me and said, okay, we'll produce your t-shirt for £2, I would be concerned. Like I pay like premium prices in order to get a premium product. So that's fabric, trims, that's the garment, that's the product, that's everything I have put into the product to make sure that it is a good product. And if that isn't enough on its own, I do a lot of other things to then basically put this into a nice little neat box of a premium brand. So if you take a look at my website, for instance, I do use Shopify to run my website, but I don't use one of those like free themes. I actually use a paid theme called Prestige, and you know, it set me back a couple of £100, but it is a really good luxury theme. And you will see I have put a lot of thought into my branding. My brand colors are navy blue, orange and grey, and you will see that running throughout my website, my packaging and everything to do with my brand. Just to show you a couple of examples of how I use my brand colors. My hang tags, navy blue with a touch of orange. My garment tags, navy blue with a touch of orange. My packaging is up there. I cannot be asked to get up, but it's navy blue with again a touch of orange. I have these stunning little envelopes that I pop my invoice into. I have this thank you card, which again the text is written in navy blue, and it's on this absolutely gorgeous textured paper. These are all of the small little details that I have curated to ensure that my customers know that it's not just about the fabrics, but it's all about the entire experience that they're having with my clothing brand. When I package my orders, I wrap them in blue tissue paper, which I don't know if you can see up there, and all of my garments are packed into these navy blue magnetic boxes. So I'm using high quality packaging. I'm not just sending my garments off in poly mailers. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a poly mailer, but if you do want to come across as a luxury or a premium brand, you do have to put a little bit more thought into your packaging. I was not comfortable sending my £75 t-shirt in a plastic poly mailer, I'm not gonna lie to you, because that doesn't give the kind of customer experience I wanted my customers to actually experience when unboxing products from Shopify. Touching on website design, again, when you look at my website, you can see the thought that has gone into it. You can see with the way I present my product, everything is cohesive. And I actually studied a lot of luxury websites, so your Louis Vuittons, your Pradas, and I studied the way they present their websites, and I tried to emulate that when creating my website for my clothing brand, because I knew I wanted to tap into that premium market. Even when it comes to the copy that you see on my website, a lot of thought has gone into, you know, the way I type it, the language that I use, and also I am incredibly transparent with where the garment has been produced and what fabric is used for that garment, and even the style of print that I've used for the garment. Everything is incredibly transparent, and all of that just feeds into the perceived value of my clothing brand. So that is pretty much what justifies me selling my t-shirt at £75 and it being okay. It's all about the perceived value that I have placed on my clothing brand, the fabric choices, the packaging, the interaction that people have with my brand, i.e. the website, what that looks like. I have put a lot of thought. The brand colors, I'm not using colors that are too bright or vibrant. I mean, I might be biased because navy blue is my favorite color, but I just feel like that screams luxury, and all of these little bits and pieces, they all come together and allow me to sell my t-shirt at £75. So if you are a clothing brand and you are looking to sell your products at a premium price, you really need to think about your branding, your brand colors, your brand voice, your fonts. Even on my website, yeah, I have the same font for my headings and my body. All of that is cohesive. You're never gonna see see like anything that looks too different to each other, because I'm very intentional about the way I've created this website. And also it just makes things easier, like if you've got the same sort of fonts, everything just looks like correct. So again, if you're somebody that wants to sell your products at a premium price point, you need to think about these things. You need to think about what you're packaging your garments in. I mean, I wouldn't want to buy a £100 dress and it come in a poly mailer. That's not the kind of customer experience I am looking to have. You need to think about your fabric choice. I mean, like I mentioned earlier in this video, there's a lot of discourse around the brand, maybe because of the fabric choice of that blazer. Even though you might think that people are not that clued up, like your consumers are not that clued up, they're clued up. Obviously Molly May is in the public eye, so more eyes are on her brand and people are going to be looking for faults, but you should take an experience like that and use that as a learning curve and see that some consumers actually care about the kind of things, the kind of fabrics that are going into their products. So guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video and you have learned a thing or two about perceived value. I recently posted a video about this, but I wanted to show you how I've then related that to my clothing brand so that you can actually see it in real life. I do also have my starter kit, which is an online guide that will help you start your clothing brand, especially if you're somebody that wants to start a clothing brand but has no idea how to start. My clothing brand starter kit is that girl, or is that boy for you. And it also comes with a complimentary one-on-one session that you can cash in at any point and have a chit chat with yours truly. But as for this video, that is pretty much all I have to say. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and I will catch you in my very next video.